All right. Awesome. All right. Everything is awesome. All right, and look, now almost everything shows is green. This last one, the tier 3, is going to take 5E08. That's why I was hoping that I would get there. Couldn't. So now I know I want to avoid fool's errands because of the frost giant from my favor farming. I'm going to go to Simril Spoilsport. So we're going to go over there next. We're going to go over there next. And oh, I did save a formation for this. We'll use it, even though it's going to not stay the same, potentially. No. But now I have Briv. Now we've got Briv. And we may swap Briv in. In fact, hello, Briv. Welcome. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Okay. So now that I have unlocked all 3 of my champions available right now. I have them all. Now I can go over and I can open up all of my Electrum chests. But first, just in case Core Evergreens had an upgrade that would have... Oh. Yeah, see? Just in case, I'll open up those first to get regular silvers. Alright, now all these Electrums. Let's go. There's Dadius geared. There's Briv geared. There's the Dark Urge geared. They at least have a piece of gear everywhere now. Let's go see what it looks like. Brivs and whites and greens. Okay, so we still need more work to do on him. Dadius, 1 white, all greens. That's fantastic. And then let's go take a look at the Dark Urge. 3 whites, 3 greens. Okay, so I still need more gear. Still need more gear, but we're in a better situation. We're going to do this. I'm going to do this for our layout now. All right, now this one... Oof, I only have 1 more hour speed potion. Not right now, and we wait. We're going to throw down like half an hour speed. And just to save money, I'll do a half an hour of fire breath. And then I don't have to level up click damage. I can just invest in Jarlaxle. It's just laziness. It's just pure laziness. But yeah, one day I would like to get that Pirates of the Burning Sea map, that cartographer made map, framed. Not like I got my Dwarven Valkyrie framed. That was way. I spent way too much money on that, guys. I now have, I paid fine art prices for a print that was, it wasn't a cheap print, but it wasn't, oh, that frame, just because, and it's gorgeous, and I love it, but I'm not spending that much money on it, on framing something, probably ever again. I'll spend a couple $100. I spent more than a couple $100 on that frame. On that matte frame and glass and everything. So I guess we're going to end up with a Dark Urge. I guess we're just transitioning. Ultimately, like, if we need to, like, a Dark Urge push is going to be the way to go to get us as much money as possible. Which is fine. We can rely on Ashara. And we can run Ashara and Potpourri and easily swap. Easily swap if we need to. All right, Lediath, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I think right now, my first time gate. Now, see, now I don't know. I really need to base this. I really need to make my time gate decisions based off getting to split the party. So I can get a Modron core. But I really want Human to go with Briv. Oh, I have Briv, folks. I've got Briv, and Briv has gear. Guess what I can do now? Guess what I can do now? Where are my blacksmithing contracts? They all go on Briv. It's just right out the gate, folks. Right out the gate. All of these. Everything that I've been saving up. I just wasn't using them. Boom. From now on, any and all blacksmithing contracts I obtain go on Briv. There we go. Level piece of gear to 50. All right. So good. We're good. Yeah, we're not putting that anywhere. Like, we're just going to go ahead. We got some bounty contracts. I'm just going to go ahead and pop those. I should have done that on that run for the gold. I'm an idiot, but oh well. I have a shiny. I'm gonna. Where's it at? Here we go. We put it in a weird place. A shiny Briv slot 4. We are ready to go. Houston. We are clear for takeoff. Awaiting your instructions. All right. Oh no, don't wait till he's capped. You do it. There's no cap. I mean, he doesn't have a cap, so. It's my jump percentage right now. It's garbage. I don't know. We're not even that high. I haven't put any levels into him yet. Hold on, let's see. Can we even see it? I don't know. I don't know. And we gotta actually get some gold. You know, this is new player problems. Can't even see it yet. Lurking Rider, I don't know that I ever will, if I'm being honest. Okay, Unnatural Haste. 38.41% chance now. Yeah. So we're on our way to 100%, and the goal early on is 100% chance to skip 1, 20% chance to skip 2. It's going to take quite a bit to get there. It'll take quite a bit to get there. But I'm in no rush. We're making slow and steady progress towards our goals. We know what our goals are, and we're headed in that direction. I'm not going to dump tokens on anyone right now. It's not a thing I'm going to do. Not yet. Because I would just be sitting on those chests. I wouldn't be doing anything with them. I might open the. I could open the silvers, I guess, but I don't have enough tokens to get a pack for each of the champions. And I know, it is tempting just to put them all on Briv. It is, actually, it is very tempting just to put them all on Briv. It's probably what I'll do. But normally I like to spread things out equally. But Briv's going to be so strong for me early. And that just means then I have to rely on Electrums to gear up Dadius and the Dark Urge. That's fine. I love that both Nayeli and Briv are up here with huge swords, but like Briv's just one-handing it. Like, well, whatever. Doesn't even grab it with the other hand when he kills something. Waiting for that moment where Briv goes, but you should see, I am not actually left-handed. Daddies in the Dark Urge definitely sounds like a band, yeah. It's my Idol Champions cover band. It's my Bardic Inspiration cover band. There you go. Daddies in the Dark Urge. Group tier 3 done. Nice. Nice. Look at this. Okay, 250. And then it's going to be like 100 levels. Oh, right now. Cool. So I can stop putting money into them for a little while. What? Well, I don't know what I want here. Hold on, let me go check my... Let me go over to the subreddit and check my guide to Daddies. Who do I want? Who's my choice here? Beasts. It's beasts, okay. 3 bosses and 26 normal enemies. There are 3 stages and 26 for bosses, 26 stages for normal enemies, so we want the beasts. Unleash the beasts. So if you were Makos farming, you would choose Dark Luck. It makes Makos themselves deal a lot more damage. You lose this buff, but they also get a lot more gold when they kill something, and this works off their ultimate. So it's just ultimate spamming, basically. You pop their ultimate, you blow up a bunch of mobs, you try to let them all stack up again without dying, and then pop them. Hopefully you live long enough to blow them all up, and then rinse and repeat. Like, if you can get to 100 enemies, great. When you have a long cooldown and not very survivable tanks, doesn't work very well. So, yeah, it was not an enjoyable time. Not an enjoyable time in Idle Champions history. Right. Shevik, I did not. I recorded it. I'm going to watch it tonight. So no spoilers. No spoilers on the State of the Union. Yeah, we'll watch that tonight. Yeah, I was kind of upset I went to go watch. It was supposed to be Free Practice 1 and Free Practice 2. They got recorded yesterday for Formula 1, and instead I guess they didn't air Free Practice 1 in the States, so I didn't get to watch that at all. I only got to watch Free Practice 2. Man, there were some close calls. I thought, wow, there were a couple times I thought 2 cars were going to wreck. This is a track where, when like during free practice and qualifiers, there's the potential for some serious accidents with all these blind corners and people going slow. Alice in Chains. Oh, nice. Yeah, Alice in Chains is the lead. Ceramorphosis opens up for Alice in Chains. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it pops on the mob stacking up and not the single one that just entered the screen. You got it, Idiot Control someday. That's exactly right. Saudi GP is scared. Is so scared to watch. I mean, it's. I mean, blind corners at 150 to 200 miles an hour, or 250 to 300 kilometers per hour for the rest of the world. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, you just don't know what's going to come around that corner, and you just have to trust that everybody's going to be out of the way, and then someone isn't. And it's like last minute, like, try to dodge around somebody because they were in the wrong spot. Ugh. Oh. Woo. Gets your blood pressure going up. Yeah, and quali when half the grid is doing slow out laps and you go around every corner blind. Yeah, everybody's got to be in the right place. I really hope there's some communication from the race directors about stuff because, I mean, I don't think like the issue yesterday. Lewis Hamilton was kind of in a bad position, but I think he kind of got it's on his team because he can't tell. And his team's got to tell him who's coming. And all he could see in his rear view was that Carlos Sainz was coming up behind him, not on a fast lap, but faster than he was going. And he went to move out of the way. And as he went to move out of the way, someone came through on a hot lap. And it was almost just the biggest destruction ever. Like a half a second later, and it would have been just two mangled cars. Yeah. I think that's on his team. His team's got to tell him someone's coming up behind you. Stay left. Like, yeah, everybody's team has to be doing that. It was bad. It was real bad because they went by and he's just like, oh God, I didn't know you were coming. It is his team. It is still his team. They have to be invested in his success in the same way that he's invested in theirs because it's still his team. And you don't want to hurt other people. Absolutely don't. And that could have been a serious problem. I mean, more than just damaging cars, people could have gotten seriously injured. But it's definitely the team he needs somebody in his team watching. Everybody needs somebody in their team watching so that they can tell them on those during free practices and during qualifying when someone's coming up. It's just too dangerous otherwise. Mm-hmm. So we cleared 200 with our last push, our last free play push, favorite push. So we're going to aim for get 250, I think. I think we can safely aim for 250. This time I'm saving, I used the 15-minute potions, a pair of them up front, and we're going to save the hour-long ones for the end. That's actually the preferred order. I just screwed it up last time. I didn't think we were going to last the hour, frankly. I didn't think we were going to go that far. We did. We did. Mm-hmm. And lots of conversation on the subreddit, so that's nice. Obviously, the event has got a lot of people out. Events 2.0 has got a lot of people out playing. Good to see. That's good to see. This is what I want. I want that 350. I want or 375. I want that 50% piracy, and then we can probably stop putting money into him for a while. What are your feelings on the new approach to the event? I like it. I think it's better than the old system across the board. Yeah. I think... I don't have a problem. I don't equate... Some people are trying to equate the new tier system for variants with the bonus quest, tiered bonus quests from Seasons. I hated the tiered bonus quests from Seasons. I think these tiered systems for variants are great. And the big difference is the bonus ones, you had to grind every event. This one you don't. This one, like, it didn't reset every time. This is like one and done. I just have to do the Dark Urges variants through tier 4 once, and I'm done. And I get all kinds of... I get a useful chest every time I do it. And then I get buffs, which, whatever. Long term, those are going to go away, but short term, they're fun. And then then there's for the 2 feature champion, there's like some extra, there's like a feat and something else with them, right? And that's all cool. Whereas with the bonus quests and Seasons, it was just 200 XP. Well, so? Like, you need 5 of that to get a reward, and then the reward was random. Like, there were reasons that was a whole garbage system. Like, that system should have always been an achievement-based system where it's one and done. You do it once, and you raise your high water mark to see how much progress you have, and then you're done. And that's what this system does. It's just on a per-champion level. So I think it's great. I love freeing up my tokens that I can grind out free plays, just trying to get the favor that I want, and it doesn't cost me anything. I can go to the most optimal free play layout. That's not how I earn chests anymore, right? I'm not like potentially missing out on a chest for a champion. I think the odds are better. Like, I think you're getting 1 in 3. You're getting 3 chests for 7,500, and it's the exact odds as before. It's 2 silvers, 1 gold. And then all the extra time that you have from not having to grind free plays, you can just go grind gems and then get more chests and then get more bounty contracts and get more tokens and just buy more gear if you want. I mean, I think overall it's a big win. Some people are like, it's so much work unlocking 5 champions and doing 4 tiers of stuff. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, you're like, well, for new players, new players aren't doing 4 tiers. I'm gonna be lucky if I do the first tier of this stuff, or I'll be able to do the first tier of this stuff. I think there's no way I'd be able to finish tier 2 as a new player. Now, as you start progressing, though, you can do more and more. But the thing is as you start progressing, you've got more power too. And the people that are going through tier 4, they've got a week to do the first 3 champions, and it's just going to be a week for each of the other additional champions. This is not a problem at all. They've got power and speed, so I find those arguments a little disingenuous. No, I don't know. So I think overall it's great. F1 streams with enthusiastic commentary by race car Dave the driver. No, I don't think they let you co-stream F1. Pretty sure that would get me DMCA'd real quick. So completed the Turn of Fortune's Wheel. The beginning is the end, and it's variant Tomb of Champions. But I'm not seeing the next free play. Any idea what that would be? You mean the next adventure? The beginning is the end, then becomes the end is the beginning. And it's one where, like, the beginning and the end, you're on this map, and then you finish it, and then a little box pops up in the bottom right-hand side of the campaign, and you have to click on it to go to the new map and then do the next adventure. Not really enjoying the new events as much. I feel like overall they're way better. Opponents doing anything at this point? I mean, yeah, you spin them over here. So you come over here and you go, I want Briv chests, and then you've got gold Briv chests, silver Briv chests times 2, 7,500 penance, and then you buy, you scroll and you buy however much you want, and then you open them. They're easier now. It's just a very straightforward system. Very straightforward system. Events are definitely better, but I miss rewards from seasons. Well, they have to deliver that. Verdicts, they have to deliver that some other way, right? I mean, they put a DPS pigment in the event tiers, like up for the top thing, for the people that can go that far. But yeah, there just have to be other systems that come in that deliver the rewards that they were doing from that. They're not going to fix that with one system. Yeah, and now it's even better. You can attempt variants without fear of wasting tokens, and that's huge. That's so big. I feel like people underestimate that change. Like they undervalue that. That's a big deal. What do I want more health. No, I don't. I want damage all champions. Normally on Briv I would want more health, but we're a new player account, Briv. We're going damage. And we'll see. We can always swap it if we need him to be tankier. But our weak spot here is going to be Nieli, not Briv. So yeah, just being able to try out a variant and just try to beat it. Now all you lose is time and potions if you burnt potions, but I don't recommend using potions on variants. If you're not sure whether you can beat them or not. I mean, you can do the tier if you want to do the tier 4s, do them all, because basically that means that when they come around and they're a feature champion, you should just get whatever the reward is without having to do anything, right? My thing was to get favor from scrolls, grind chests to get full epic. That is going with the scrolls for. The scrolls still get you chests. I don't understand. Bounty contracts get you chests. They're not scrolls. They're bounty contracts. They get you chests because you open bounty contracts. You get tokens. You take tokens. You go buy gear packs in the shop, and the packs again. It's 3 chests in a pack. Let's go back over here. It's 3 packs in a 3 chests in a pack. 3 packs in a chest. So right here, 2 silvers, 1 gold. This is the exact odds for grinding free plays from events 1.0. It was always a 1 in 3 chance, 1 in 3, that you got a gold chest. So what they're doing is they're guaranteeing you that instead of going to a pity timer and getting 3 silver chests and 1 gold and sometimes doing better, you're guaranteed the exact odds as before, and you don't have to grind event stuff to get it. You'll still have to gem farm, right, to get all your bounty contracts. But now you could then continue gem farming during an event if you want, because you don't have to grind anything out anymore during the event. Just need to get whatever favor you want, do the variants, walk yourself through the variant tiers, and buy all your chests. So yeah, so bounty contracts still the same. They serve the same purpose. They get you more gear. Except for the cash grab. I don't know what cash grab. I mean, they offered up stuff that makes sense. I mean, if you're talking about like event related DLC, it makes sense. You don't have to have it. Right? It's just more. I mean, anytime every system in this game is gonna have some kind of monetization because it's a free to play game. It's got to be there. Whether you interact with it or not is up to you. Right now, it's kind of in a bad place because if you buy it, you get punished because you get more health and you get click damage, and both of those are currently suboptimal. More health screws you over for Darius's variant, where you're taking health based damage, and click damage prevents you from really farming the Dark Urge. So they've said they're going to turn that into a toggle. It just didn't happen before this came out. I mean, I think everything is still in there. they still have to iterate. There's still stuff to fix for collections and collections, guide quests, and events 2.0. There's quality of life stuff that can happen, but overall, everything was, I think, a major step forward. Did you put out a position on the monetization of the new event? I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I know there was value in the seasons. I don't see that here. I don't know. I mean, you don't have to buy anything. I guess this is the thing is, you're making a choice. Like I on my main, I bought this. Why did I buy this? I bought this because Gale's Hand. Because Gale's Hand. I didn't care that there was an event boon. I didn't care that it had penance. I see this as extra for people who were going to support the event anyway. Like occasionally I would buy like a back in the day when I had more disposable income, I would pick up this blue pack because it was the one that guaranteed me a shiny and a golden epic and a bunch of gear. That's how I used to just when a new champion came out. Now you just also get an event boon and a bunch of penance. Nothing here says you have to buy anything. I don't feel like I'm pressured into it any like at all. There's this weird time-based offer. But again, it just feels like they're giving you an option, you know, to for $10 you get this pack. It's a good pack. I mean, I think it's a good pack. But, you know, just as before, you make your own decisions about how you spend your money. Unlike Seasons, which felt like must buy, like there's just you were leaving too much on the table if you didn't buy season pass. It feels fully optional. And it isn't, and it's giving you, you know, you choose to buy it based off the intrinsic stuff, you know, because the event boon is cool and all, but can be problematic. The extra tokens was interesting. I was like, you know, at first I was like, why didn't you just give them extra chests? And I'm like, well, you can, because you can actually use those on somebody else. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't have an issue with how they did the monetization here. Yeah, I Snobbager, I do try to, I mean, I try to do a new player account once a year. I can't do it too often because it feels like I'm just doing this. Like I try to do it after changes to the game or at least once a year. So I've been waiting to do it for the collections. Yeah, and I mean, Sean has New Game Plus. It's literally built around answering the, you know, new player questions, but man, it resets so often. Yeah, we no longer get lucky with gold chests, but you also don't get unlucky. Yeah, and most of the time, people just complain because they had to run the pity timer over and over, and so it gets rid of those complaints. People didn't go, "Hooray! I got good luck." I never really, except for me, that one time where I reported myself because I thought I was getting gold chests with every free play, and I thought I'd broken the game, so I reported myself. No, just getting incredible luck. How does gem farming equals bounty contracts? The same way it always does. The more gems you farm, this is the whole point of gem farming. You farm tons of gems. You buy chests with those gems. You open those chests up. They give you consumables, which bounty contracts is one of them. You open during an event, you open those consumables. You get bajillions event tokens. Those tokens get you gear for champions. This has always been the push for one of the primary pushes. Not the only push, but it's the primary push for getting or you know, I think one of the two pushes reasons for gem farming. The other reason is blacksmithing contracts, and that's just to boost item levels on your champions generically. But being able to full epic an event champion the moment it came out, that was from bounty contracts, and you got those bounty contracts from gem farming. Yeah. What? What was that, Shevik? Feels like a trap to try to cover living on the edge. It's not as big a buff as your better buffers unless you invest thousands. Well, people will, because the Dark Urge mobs. The Dark Urge mobs, so people are going to put a lot of item levels into the Dark Urge. Or, you know, people at that point. But if you don't, then yeah, you have to make a different decision. You have to, I mean, as with any champion, you have to, you know, figure out how you're going to use them and make a decision about how you're going to build your formation. But they're a mopper. They're a mopper. Shevik, there was no context in that statement. So I was like, the pretty new player actually around the same situation as you are now. Should I just use all the contracts on this event? Yeah, I did. Yeah, Neroth. There's no reason to hold on to them. There's only a win here. I popped all of my bounty contracts, and as I earn more during this event, I'm gonna open them, and then eventually I will buy a bunch of chests with them, and it's probably going to be for Briv. I also used all my blacksmithing contracts on Briv, and that's where my blacksmithing contracts are going to go for a good long while. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, Rob. And I have a guide for that now. I had to go back and hit up a bunch of guides that it felt like that we were missing to explain things. So there's Gem Farming 101. And it kind of explains the concept of like, what are you supposed to do? Like, what is gem farming? And then what am I supposed? And then there's a section, what do I do with all these gems now that I earned them? And it's spend them on, buy chests, open those chests, rinse, repeat, because it creates a snowball, and you just your account gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But here's what you recommend for the flex slots. Briv. Not plus. Yours is at 4 jumps. Do you want higher? Do you want a 6 or 9? Is it 6? Is 6 the one? Is it 6, 7? I don't know. Some people stop somewhere between. That's a letty out thing. Do you want to go high? If you don't, that's fine. I still I haven't chosen on my main account yet. I haven't made that decision for myself yet. 7, 8. Okay. So, I mean, if you think you want it, if you think you're going to want it at some point, you may as well do it now. You may as well open up Briv and just get it done, because because this is your opportunity. Otherwise, you're going to have to probably wait a year for them to show up in an event. I don't think they're ever going to be a featured champion. I don't think they're going to get reworked. And ever be a featured champion where you'd be able to get chests for them again. So do it now, or hold on to, that sense of longing for another year. Beyond that, Myria is really good for end game stuff. Like as you get deeper, like harder bosses mid game and end game, especially in game, she can keep you alive. Tatiana as a speed champion is the one that can help you get kills faster, like the murder stacks for Dark Urge. You have to invest in her to get that. She is kind of okay out of the gate, but she gets huge if you invest, in terms of generating the numbers of enemies. Beyond that, I don't know that it's a great group of, like, there isn't any like standout shining champion for me. So I'm not sure where I'm going to end up going with my other slots on my main account. I think I'm probably doing, I think that's it. I think it's probably going to be Briv, Myria, and Tatiana for me on my main. I don't know yet what it's going to be on this new player account. Do I wait until I'm stuck to push a little harder on a free play pusher? Is that not beneficial? I mean, I'm not sure. When, like, I'm stopping to do free plays and farm favor because not all of the variants for tier 1 showed as green, like they don't show as easy. I know I want that. I want to hit my target. I'm at 7 EO7. I want 5 EO8 or higher. So that's what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm not. Otherwise, I'm not. If I'm not pushing for favor for a purpose, like I don't just do it on every run. You know. You should get an additional 2-hour code every time he says I have a guide for that. Oh. You say must invest. What gear level is good for Tatiana? Here's the thing: she doesn't have a cap, so she can get her little ridiculous. Like you can just keep going. I have her at 1,000 for her speed item, and it's still not enough. Like it's still there's still so much room above that. So I just didn't bother going over 1,000. And I felt a little weird putting 1,000 in it, but I was like, you know what? I just made a decision with all my blacksmith contracts that like all speed champions were going to get a boost, and like Tatiana and Melf specifically, I was going to take them to 1,000 because they both generate extra enemies for those kill quests and for kill stacking. And then 1,000 was going on all of my mop champions, those mathematically overpowered champions. Just to really enable their power when I'm using them. But people go way higher. People go way higher. I didn't. Oh, the timing on when to use bounty contracts? Oh, yeah, kind of if you get to your wall, that's the best time to pop bounty contracts is like you've hit a wall, you can't go further and your gold gain is low. Pop your bounties or any silver chests you've looted. I haven't looted any. Because they've got gold in them. And it might be the gold you need to level up and push past that wall and get some more and earn more. But but the amount of gold that comes out of bounty contracts and silver chests and electrum chests is based on a combination of how far you've pushed your gold find and the power of your formation to a certain degree. It's offline progress. It's like an offline gold calculation that they put into the game a long time ago, and it's never really been updated. So it's not like some amazing amount, but you know, but it can be useful. I usually do it on my very first deep run in an event. That's when I feel like it's the most bang for your buck. At item level 2,000, Tatiana brings in 37. Yeah, and that's still not capped because she can technically run off screen and pull in 100. So, there's Tatiana goes way too high. Has anyone flexed Rosie and any experience with Variant 3 yet? Insomnia people have, and the in-event scale or the invariant scaling allows you to complete like the tier 3 even at the highest tier. It's ridiculous because the further you go, the more of a buff you get. It's just built into that variant. Yeah. It's pretty neat. I think I'm tempted. It is very tempting on my main to flex Rosie just to see if I can get to like 2001 with just Strix and Rosie. It's very tempting. I don't think you can, but remember, Dungeon Master and actually I don't even know. I think the Dungeon Master and Dark Urge should both be able to go in there, but they should be. Yeah. But I mean, just with those two, it should be fine. Bounty contracts are only in gold chests, right? There's tiny ones in Electrums. They should be in supply chests, but I can't, for the life of me, I can't remember if they're in a silver chest. Hold on. I want to say no, but it may just be the... No. Not in silvers. You're either going to get... Yeah, it's not silvers. Oh, no. Yeah, they're just in golds. Golds, electrums, and... This is interesting. This actually doesn't even say you can get blacksmithing contracts from silvers, but you can? So this isn't accurate. Now I don't trust it. Now I don't trust it. Guaranteed in gold chests, supply chests, and electrums. Guaranteed. Still trying to find more information. Yeah, I don't know. But that's one of the reasons I just buy gold chests with my gems. I only ever buy gold chests. Oh, that's right. Dark Urge can't join because Strix is required. Never mind. My bad. But Dungeon Master can. Tinies are only electrums. That's right. I knew tinies were in electrums. I just wasn't sure if they were smalls and silvers. And I guess they're not. But why are blacksmithing in silvers and not bounties? It's weird. It should probably go in my... it should probably go in a... There should probably be a chest. Yeah, there's probably a chest guy that's fine, I guess. Probably. It's probably a good idea. Probably. How far are we away from... I mean, 650. I know we're ways away from them. Okay. I was not paying attention and I did not upgrade efficiently. So we got closer here. Coming up on 200. What we wanted. How are we doing with favor? 2 EO7. Excellent. We're already into the EO7s. We got 3 EO7. We've crested into the EO8 category. Remember, we want 5 EO8. That's kind of the goal of this push, is to get to 5 EO8 favor. Well, you don't know. Textilia, you don't know that they didn't do their day one push. It can show a 0 for a couple different reasons. We've talked about this before. There's like 4 different reasons that I know of that someone's trials could show a 0. One is they just didn't do it. However, well, there's 3 different reasons that if you're on to day 2 that it should show. One is that they didn't do it. One is that they tried to do it, but the game wouldn't let them. And another is, well, no, I think that's just it for the first day one. Further days, though, they could show up to day 2 and they could deliver, and it would still show a 0 for the rest of the time. Wasn't there another reason? I don't know, but don't worry so much about whether they did or didn't. Stuff happens. Just do the thing and it'll be fine. It'll be fine in the long run. We did this the other day and now I can't remember the reasons that we came up with. I could have sworn there were 4. So there's a bug where sometimes you click on start and it just never lets you. There's the bug where You missed day 1, but you did day 2 through 7, and it just still shows a 0 until the final screen. You could just have not done it. There was a 4th one. Yeah, I don't remember. We were just talking about this on Wednesday. I feel like, but I don't remember what it was now. Okay, I'm kind of out of the damages. So, time to dance. What did we bring him in for? Minsk, right? And we're going to go here. And we're going to go good. And we're just going to start wrecking things. It came in like a wrecking ball. Another one for the glossary, it depends. That's not necessarily a glossary thing or a terminology thing. Just got the fast core, but I don't know how to get more than 2 flow. You don't need to. You don't need to start. You just got to hook up the nodes to start. Beyond that, you got to, it's getting lots and lots of good pipes. I mean, that at that point, it's getting lots of good pipes and building buff boxes and stuff. But to start, you just when you first get it, you just got to hook stuff up. Yeah, Insomnia. You can see the correct damage at the end, but that doesn't stop people from getting frustrated throughout the entire week. The other way you can see the damage is you can just look at your total party damage and see that you're fine, like or not. But like the damage, I can't show it on this thing, but the damage that shows under each person, like for their contribution, it isn't always accurate. Because basically yours might be right, but the other people's could be wrong. It takes the total of all theirs and then somehow distributes it in some weird way to match whatever the total is. But the total on the bottom right for your party damage is going to be correct. It's weird. That there've been long-standing bugs and they've just never gone back and fixed them, to my knowledge. It's something that with the next rework, like when they go back in and they update trials again, it's going to be a big demand on my part, at least. It's like, you need to fix this stuff finally, please, because otherwise no one's going to know that anything is any better at all. It's just going to feel bad to people. Kind of like when they tried to fix, people not contributing under the last system. They didn't fix that right either. They attacked a symptom and not the actual problem, and that's never going to work out well. It's never going to work out well. Yeah, if you're doing Light in the Darkness, that's a Desmond. Desmond helps you with that, and if you don't have Desmond, it's going to be rough for the higher tiers. But Desmond, with some champions that count as dead, I did that one on stream yesterday on GG2E, and I was getting like an E31 buff off of Desmond. It's like, well, there you go, Desmond carrying. Briv is expensive. I mean, getting to 4 jump is 3626, right? But getting to 9 jump is 127,626. So, I jokingly call Virgil and Dynahair high maintenance because they have pretty high investment levels to get to their item cap. But Briv is the most high maintenance champion. Briv is the most high maintenance when it comes to like, I want this. He's like, is the one, I want a cheeseburger and fries and a chocolate milkshake. You'll get nothing and like it. Except instead he gets all of it. He just gets all of it. People give in and give him everything. But yeah, if you can get him there, he pays it all back. That is the good thing. He does. It is an investment, and Briv and Human both, like Briv and Human, like Human's got a cap, but Briv will give all that back to you. But they both, you run Human up to his cap, or up to their cap, and Briv, you can just keep going. They will give it back. You will earn it all back, with interest. With interest. I'm not saying it's a bad investment. It's just a massive investment. At some point, I mean, maybe this event is going to make me finally go, you know what? But at some point, yeah, what I was really hoping for was that they would just cap Rip. And whether it was a 4 jump or a 9 jump, I was fine. I was arguing for 4 jump, but I just think 4 jump's healthier for the game. But whether it's a 4 jump or 9 jump, Briv needs a cap. I was waiting for that to happen. It felt like it was going to happen, and then it didn't. And now it's just like it's in limbo. Like, and then yesterday they made it sound like, yeah, we just really have no clue what we're going to do with Briv. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This has been a problem for so long, and you still haven't made a decision. Like no progress whatsoever. Yeah. Belushi's in another party. You better pull him out. You better pull him out. Just got to 4 jump and bought the feat. I'm not going to worry about going higher now. I just need to spend the time to figure out how to do the scriptless loops. Yeah, just automated Briv jump farming. Yeah. Zeke is kind of has the first guide for that. Lediath has another guide that builds on what Zeke explains. And Lediath's got, I think, some VODs on their Twitch channel about it. Oh, 6K is, or 12K is for 6 jump? Oh, okay. I mean, that's not horrible. And I guess people have found strategies for 6 and 7 now. Back when I made my decision, it really felt 9 or nothing is what it felt like. But now people have figured out, 6 and 7 are apparently good targets along the way. Hey, Dance Lover. So I kind of wish, I had enough probably to get me to 6 at that point in time, and oh well. I invested in the rest of my account. I'm okay with that. But it still feels a little. But again, I also thought a change was coming. Change was coming. Nope, I was wrong. There's no change coming. There's no change coming. All right. We're getting into some good. We've kind of broke through that kind of upgrade plateau we hit. I was complaining before. EO7 apparently busts through that plateau. We're doing pretty good on our upgrades to help us continue. That's not good until 300. Where's Briv's next one? 375. Okay. Yeah, we're kind of in. I feel like we've breached the plateau and now we're climbing again. This is good. It's good, but we're kind of gonna run into another one. We need this Dark Urge. It's only triple, but I'll take it. I would like. I mean, I think it's nice that we have a Briv. We got a couple Briv guides out there. I feel like there's probably still. I feel like there's still enough confusion about it. I think that we got to figure out a better way to explain it to people. Oh no. The the Idler, is that song called the Idler? Is that what it would be, the Lurking Rider? Because it's not the Gambler. Would it be the Idler? You got a node, then you pipe it. Node, then you save it. Node, then you change your core. Node, then you're done. I grew up with Kenny Rogers, so that one, I can sing the Gambler. I can sing the Gambler. I think that's the Idler, then. We spend a few hundred on Brivches, then they'll fix him next week. Exactly. Yeah. Take one for the team. Take one for the team. What does happen when you mix Melf and Tatiana? I mean, if you mix them and they're both super high, then it's not. I mean, if Tatiana pulls in, she's gonna pull in just enough that would cap the screen limit. Melf is, I don't even know. I've never even seen somebody. His isn't quite the same as a screen limit because it's just a stream of enemies. It's not a wall like Tatiana brings in. So I don't know how well they interact. I feel like it would stream for a bit, and then she'd bring out a wall, and then until you killed that wall, nothing would spawn, and then you'd get constant stream from Melf again, and But it's a good way to do it because you got to remember, Tatiana takes 15 seconds to build up, and in those 15 seconds, Melf can be streaming an endless stream of enemies towards you. But again, that's super high level, super high item level, and I'm not to that point. The combination that I have for him is great. They're a place where she creates a constant, or he creates a constant stream, and she brings in a bunch more to go with it, and it all works out. But beyond that, I don't know what it looks like. Like, I don't know what kind of problems it might create. Again, all speed champions need a cap on their items if their item supports their speed effect, and they don't seem to even want to make that call, which is confusing to me. Like, that seems like the easiest call to make in this game, right? Oh, we should just probably put a cap on all scaling speed items. Devik, there's a boss in the game called Lucille, and here's Lucille. Whenever I run into her, I'm always like, you picked a fine time to cleave me, Lucille, because she's got this huge weapon and she cleaves the front line. It just works. It just works. Yeah, Nothless, there you go. So that's what I have, is I have 1,000 item labels and the feat. So she pulls in around 30 enemies, and Melf is streaming a bunch in, so I never get anywhere near the cap, but it makes my kill quests go so fast. Go so fast. Yeah. This isn't no, this isn't that. No. No. Because it didn't just work. It didn't just work, folks. But that works. What I just described works. Go. Can we destroy this guy? So this is where, if you're using fire breath potions, ultimates don't really do anything, because the fire breath potion is better than the ultimate. Oh, 60 to get to his next one. Oh, we might be in trouble now. This might be the end of it. Oh, 75 from Moonbeam. Okay. Still getting upgrades. I just don't know how long for. Oh, wasn't enough to get me there. So we're going next. What do we got? Oh, 330 EO8, folks. Our goal is 5 EO8. Our goal is 5 EO8, and we look to be moving there pretty quickly. That's ticking up well. That's ticking up pretty well. After 5 EO8, I can just dive into the Tier 1 variants. I do not need to favor farm anymore unless I'm going to try... after those Tier 1 variants, if I want to try for Tier 2 stuff, I'll need more favor. I will need more favor, but... for the time being, this is great. What are our gems? Oh, so here's another thing. I have not been paying attention to the gems we've been earning. I'm at 1,500. I am at an interesting place with gear. I'm at the point where I no longer need to buy silver chests. All my evergreens, my corn evergreens are good. So I was going to be buying gold. So that's 3 gold chests that could earn me. But because I'm heavily focusing on the event at the moment, it might be okay waiting to get the gelatinous cube. I might be. We'll see. We'll see. I would like, those 3 gold chests are going to guarantee me blue upgrades for my corn evergreens. That's nice. I do want that power, but I'm kind of in a place where I can, it is okay for me to kind of make a decision there. If we keep completing things as easily as we are. I got no upgrades for Celeste right now. No upgrades in the future. Yeah, 75 away from an upgrade for Brunor. This is where we're in wall territory again. 500 for Calliope. We're not even close. Jarlaxle is... no, I would want Master of Piracy. I don't even see it in the future. Briv. Netherese Steel at 405. I would need 30. I'm less than halfway there. Ashara. Second set of bonds. I don't know what that would look like for us. I don't know if that would be helpful or not. Hitch 640. I would need 50. I can get him there. Yes. After 640 though, nothing. Nothing for over 140 levels. Makos 115. I need 10 levels in Makos. We have 6. It's hard to get levels in Makos, so we might be able to make it there. Tyrell has nothing for 200 levels. Nothing to help the party. Self-damage for Tyrell. Don't care. Dark Urge, we need 60 levels just to get their next upgrade. It's a good one. It's quadruple damage, but we're a third of the way there. We're a third of the way there. So I think we're close to our wall again, and that's fine. We're at 248. We're going to be at 249. We are not beating 250, folks. Well, we might. I think the boss is probably going to wreck us at 250. Yeah. We're getting real close with Briv. So we're going to aim for Briv. But I think that 250 boss is going to be problematic. We still have potions left, so we may push it anyway. We reached our favorite goal. We reached our favorite goal. So anything else beyond this is just gravy and wonderful. We don't need to push super hard because we got our goal. Yeah. Taxes paid, Dan Sutter. Didn't give a date for Alchemist Shopkeeper? No. Just after they're done iterating and fixing collections and events, then they can start looking at the future and the schedule for that. So yeah. Feel like I've lost the ability to build meaningful formations. Uh-oh. I can still do it. I just on my main account it doesn't serve a great purpose. Oh, got it, boss. Okay. All right, Briv, show me what you're twerking with here. This is a brand new Briv. He's got whites and greens. He's getting beat on by an abominable Yeti. 844 damage per. Healing for 978 on himself, though, every 10 seconds. So we're already... We got a good heal going on, plus we got Celeste. So he's just sitting there. Now he's dropping. Now he's dropping. A little bit. In between his heals, we can see his health bar going down. I do not have his health feed in. And his sustain's able to keep him there. God, he's just so OP. He's so OP. There we go. I got my Daddiest achievement. Wow. Okay. I mean, look, he's got 10% damage all champions. If I'd put in 50% health, it would have made it even easier. If we're being honest. Alright. Oh, Tyrell nothing, right? It's just we need 60 on the Dark Urge, right? Or 10 on... I mean, 10 on Makos is probably going to happen before 60 on the Dark Urge. Nothing. She's 25 for her second thing, and I don't think that's going to trigger. For her second specialization, we need to match 4 people on it to get anything, and it's not going to do it. Yeah. Everybody's screwed now. All right. Everybody's screwed now. Now, technically, if I just wanted to push further, I could swap in, like, Minsk for Jarlaxle, but I wouldn't make any more gold. I would then lose any gold gain whatsoever. So I would rather just be able to farm with gold gain instead of pushing. I think I blinked. Are those 2 extra slots in the event free in addition to extra time gates? So no. So they gave us those. So these, they need to add it out here, but these 2 cost 3 time gate pieces. 3 time gate pieces. So they need to put that cost out here. They do not communicate that cost like they should. So this one will unlock next week, but you need 3 time gate pieces to unlock it. They announced that late, and it's not communicated well, but that's why they gave us 6 time gate pieces when the event started, so that everybody could afford these 2. And this is only if you spend money on the game. Where was I going? Oh, there's the 10 for Makos. Excellent. And Makos has nothing else for 25 levels, which may as well be 500 or 1,000 for other people. It costs a lot for everyone in Makos' levels. So next investment kind of has to be Dark Urge. And Dark Urge wants 60 item levels invested. We're going to get EO9. Take it. So at the moment, it's looking like I'm not going to be able to get many item levels of Daddiest before I buy chests with tokens. Is it really going to be worth dismantling? That's your call. I'm not somebody who says just dismantle everyone. Like I'm not dismantling my Daddiest. I don't see a reason to. His rework made him stronger. There is the one thing where his buff doesn't jump gaps anymore. That's annoying, but that's fine. It's not broken. So I have no reason to dismantle Daddiest. Nathalis, a dismantle, basically anytime they rework a champion, they give a full dismantle, which basically means you can hit the button if you don't like the rework. You can hit the button and get all the item levels back off them, get any pigments off of them, get any legendaries off of them, get any gilding off of them. They keep the rarity of their items. It refunds any feats you paid for gems, it gives you the gems back. Basically, it takes everything off and puts them somewhere else. And then you can put it somewhere else. But Daddy's came in strong. I've got a golden on his slot 1, which used to be like self-damage, which was kind of stupid. But now it's one of his 2 mopping abilities. He's a double mop, folks. So now it's one of his 2 mop abilities is the golden. I got shiny as everywhere else. I want him. I'm going to leave him. I'm leaving him just like he is. So, it's up to you what you do with your stuff, but like, what are you going to do with that stuff? Are you going to shuffle it around? Were you going to invest it into Briv? Like, there's reasons, but you got to make sure you know what that reason is. I mean, if you're dumping those, if you're pulling everything off just to get the item levels to put into a speed champion to snowball your gems, and then you're just going to put blacksmith contracts on them later, I don't hate it. I can support that option. But if that wasn't the reason for dismantling, then Briv died. Okay. I mean, you say take his shinies, Strider, but I'm fine with him having shinies. He came out of this rework strong. Some people just aren't going to use him because he's in a slot with like Valentine as a support. Again, people have to make their own choices, but for people who aren't heavily invested in that, or then they're not doing that stuff, like Daddy is just on their own. Came out with a good rework. Everything about Daddy's got better. And they're double multiplicatively stacking. They've got multiplicatively stacking abilities with pre-stack item support in 2 places, which is ridiculous. Usually champions only have that in 1, and they've got it in 2. One's on a buff and one's on a debuff. So they have the potential to be real good for people if you invest item levels into them. They're going to be strong right out of the gate for people. But I don't have anybody that I want shinies on more than there right now. Like, it doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah, I mean, I dismantled Ashara. I just put all their item levels back on. Again, I could, if I was trying to go all in on Briv back then, I would have put it on Briv. I just did it so that I could get 6 free potions of polish. And I enjoyed them very much. But again, if you're going to rework and dump into a speed champion, I ain't mad at it. Or dismantle and dump into a speed champion. I ain't mad at that. You really got to, make sure you at least get them to a functional place with some blacksmithing contracts afterwards, so you can continue to use them, is my argument. So we're almost, we're gonna hit EO9 favor gain in this run. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. And if I can tick this up to its upgrade at 370, we might be able to push past this boss and earn and keep climbing. We still got 17 minutes left on these 1 hour potions. I have generally said if you can cruise past 5E08, E10, get that Pearl Gem favor, get that Pearl Gem, E10 flow. Wait, no, that's for Modron pipes. That's right. But E10 is basically just assures that you're going to blow all the tier 1 variants out of the water without any issue, even the ones where you're really restricted on champions. You can probably do most of them anyway, but even at EO8, more favor never really hurts. He'll hydrate. Oh man, I'm almost out of water. I forgot to fill that up before the stream. I had a random shiny on his slot 6, so I dismantled, but he also only had 30 average item levels. Yeah. I mean, even if you just put those item levels back on and then put that shiny on like his slot 1 or on a speed champion, I mean, yeah, but you could just, if you don't have like full gilding, you can rearrange it into a better position for you. I rearranged Ashara's when I put him back. I had 2 golden epics for her, and I put him back in much better positions than they were originally. So, I mean, there's arguments for it. Just make sure you understand what you're going to be, why, what you're doing and why, you know. Informed decisions. Informed decisions. Started along the one where you can only use DPS with Dark Urge. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. That's where favor comes in. You gotta get past that with favor. Okay, here we go. So, bigger Dark Urge. Throwing out E65 hits, but that's an E69 monster health. Nice. Nice, monsters. Good job. Let's see, let me kill this rat. There we go. Alright. So yeah, the rat catcher's going down. Rat catcher's going down. Maybe. Hold on, we slowed down a bit. Come on. There we go, there we go. Yeah, we got this. We got this. I can always stun lock him too if I need to, like this. Have him stop hitting Briv. There. Run away, fool! Alright. Now, I don't think I have any more power anywhere. I feel like we're done. We've plateaued. Again. Excuse me. So I need 75 bank level. Well, this is probably the closest. Because we're at 47 bank levels out of 75. This is just healing, so that's over 100 levels away, and it's just healing. That's not helping much. Briv's got us covered on the healing. 50 levels for Nayeli, and we're only at 18. Jarlaxle has nothing to offer. We want Master of Piracy, and it's not anywhere on that list. 40 levels for Briv, and we only have 9. The bonds, I think it's questionable. I don't think we're getting anything out of that. I think we could get there, but I don't think we'd get anything we want. Hitch offers nothing for 140 levels and beyond. We don't even know when Hitch offers something. I need 25 levels for Makos, and we only have 4 banked. And I can't even see where 200 levels I can see of upgrades. Tyrell, nothing for Tyrell. And then 70 item levels for the 70 levels for the Dark Urge, and we've got 4. So Brunor, I think, is it. 75 levels on Brunor, 40 levels on Briv. Before we run out of these potions. I don't think it's going to happen. Does Evelyn's Lathander's Grace just calculate on max areas completed or areas completed while she's in the party? I think it's just max, like wherever you've got. I think you put her in at any time. She isn't somebody that has to be in the whole run. That was part of the rework. They were trying to get rid of kind of these fixed champions where like you have to put them in. I call them in-run. I call them ramping champions because in an adventure they will ramp up based off how long they're in. They were trying to remove some of those types of abilities because they're just unfriendly. We're about 11 levels away on Brunner. But like there are still champions like that. Like Blushi still has to do that. Eliwick still has to do that. I mean, arguably, Xeraphon still has to do that, but you can put Xeraphon in late and but then you just have to AFK with them. It's not great. Yeah, I mean, if 1200 right now is as far as you can get, I mean, you still got, remember, you still got 3 weeks, you still got most of 3 weeks left to keep working on it. But if that was a little too rough, yeah. We're not. Okay, we're kind of killing. Kind of killing. We're just going to get like 150% boost. It's not going to, when we even level up, it's not even going to be huge. Over here. Ugh. Ugh. So slow. Back up. Back up. Farm somewhere else. Farm somewhere where we don't have a boss. Yeah, I mean, when you're swapping somebody that's a strong champion, yeah. But again, I don't know. They need to. That sounds like something they need to fix, because I think it's just the max area you've gotten to lurking rider. I don't think she has to be in the formation. I thought it was just your max level and not just. Sounds like that's something they need to make more friendly. Isn't it time for Jarlax to leave the formation out? No. I am not trying to complete a variant. I am pushing for favor. This is a deep run for favor. Jarlaxle stays in. He is my favor. He is who's providing me a gold find. If I take him out, I would have to go quite a bit further. Not, I mean, you could potentially, if I had a swap that gave me enough power, I would go through kind of a gold find dip, and slowly as I got further, I would eventually get to a point where I could earn more power. It would take a while. I don't think Minsk is not the champion to get me there. He because of his favorite foe mechanic, he cannot carry me to where I need to get to overcome a losing Jarlaxle. This is why a good swap for Jarlaxle is like Paulton, because Paulton provides power and gold find. It's not the same amount of gold find, but the power can potentially push you further and get you through the curve to make it an overall better thing towards the end of a run. I don't have Paulton. I don't have a swap for Jarlaxle. So yeah. I know deeper zones equal more gold. I know, but all right, here, let me just show you. We're at 360 EO9. We lose a whole order of magnitude of favor. I've got to push quite a ways to make up for that order of magnitude. Quite a ways. What about Baloth? Baloth would work too. All right, I don't have anybody here. I have no one to swap. We can't just. I'm just giving you an example of why sometimes you can swap in somebody that's gold find and power and less gold find, and you'll get through that curve. I've got Minsk. Minsk is not getting me through that curve because Minsk is only helping with beasts. What part of blue should you need her in the party for to ramp up with? The number of bosses that she gets through without dying. That's actually a big deal for her. The further you could, the more bosses you get through without, like the further you can go without her dying, the stronger she is once she dies and becomes a spirit. Hot swap to Bud Spike and Dirty Gold find? I mean, we're on a boss level. Get wrecked. Yeah. With a fire breath potion, acceptable. Dirty gold farming is acceptable. The problem is if we get to a place where we just don't have any, we drop back to the nearest beast. We don't have any more upgrades real close. Is kind of the problem. Yeah. We can milk a little more out of this. Can we get... Yeah, we're into EO9. We're into EO9, so we can milk a little more out of this, but we don't have much time left. We got 5 minutes left on this, on our timers here. If you're going for a deep push, yeah, you would want Blushi in. If you're going to be using Blushi to tank at the end, you want her in from the beginning instead of speeding through it with Whittle. Yeah. Again, the Bud Spike, it's only really going to work on a level like this. And not every level in the Simril Spoilsport has beasts, so we'll try it. We'll see how far we can get with it, but the next upgrade we have here is Briv at 445. We're just not earning gold enough to, I think, to really get us much further. And I've already got the gold that I wanted out of this, honestly. I wanted 5 EO 8, and we're into almost 2 EO 9, which is great. That didn't help at all. Oh, it's because he's a monstrosity. I'm like, why isn't that spiking? That's right, winter wolves are monstrosities. Oh, I remembered. Yeah, this doesn't help at all. All right. Did think it would, but I just wanted to double check. And then 355 would be her next. Okay. And now I can't butt spike at all. So now I just kind of, now I'm stuck. Let's go back. See if I can. Give me a big hit. Nope, not really. Oh, these are all monstrosities. There it is. There it went. There it went. It's like, these are all monstrosities. Eventually a regular beast had to come in. Let's see if this can get us a little further. All right. I really, it's like manual playing like this much is like, oh, and see, I only got like 1 level cleared before the bud wore off. I don't want to keep doing that. I'm not earning that much gold. That's too much work at this point. That's too much work at this point. I'm not close to the next upgrade at all. So we're good. And my time is now better spent in a different run doing something else. Even if I were just going to hop in another free play, my time would be better spent just starting that free play. But instead, I'm going to come over here